Today I'm gonna be doing taxation with you guys. And I think by now you are so much familiar with the word tax. I'm not gonna explain what is the meaning of the word tax. Now we're gonna be dealing with taxation. Now when we talk about taxation, we say all state workers receiving any form of income are expected to pay tax. And the tax liability of a person, it depends on the salary he or she earns, as well as his or her age. Remember now, when we're calculating tax, we normally calculate tax based on our annual salaries, not based on our monthly salaries. It simply means that now, if you are given a sum that says calculate tax, make sure that the salary is an annual salary. Now, I've got the table below. This table shows the tax rates for individuals for the assessment year ending on the 28th of February 2015. This is a tax table. It shows us how our being taxed according to our ages and the salaries that we earn. Now, the first column, it's about the ranges of our salaries. It simply means that if your salary is between 0 and 165,600, it means you are going to be taxed 18% of that income, and so on and so on. Now, below the tax table, it simply means that we have tax rebates. What is a tax rebate? A tax rebate is some kind of a discount that you are given by the government after they have calculated your tax based on your salary. Now, a tax rebate is as follows. We've got what we call primary rebate. These are everybody who is under 65 years. So their discount now is 12,080 rands. A secondary rebate, the people who are 65 years and older, but they are less than 75 years. Their discount is this one. Their discount now, you must remember this one. This discount, it means that discount will be the primary rebate plus this one. So it means if you are calculating a tax for a person who is 65 years and less than 75 years, you must remember that now his or her discount is 12,000 plus this amount, which is 6,750. And then we also have what we call tertiary rebate. These are people who are 75 years and older. So their discount now is 2,250. But you must remember, their discount will be the primary one plus the secondary one as well as this one. It simply means that now, if you are calculating a tax of a person who is 75 years and older, it means the reduction of tax will be this amount, including this one and this one. Right, let's go straight now to our calculations. We've got an example. This one says Lorraine is a 36-year-old lady who works at the Department of Health. She earns a gross salary of 20,650 per month. Right. And then they say now, the question says, you must use the above tax table to work out her monthly tax. Remember, lastly we said we cannot calculate tax or based on monthly salaries. It means now the first thing that we need to do is multiply this monthly salary by 12. And then when you multiply 20,650 times 12, you end up with an annual salary of 247,800. Now, this is step number one. Step number two says, now that you've got the annual salary of this person, that is Lorraine, we go straight to this table. This table, we want to check which category, which tax bracket that does Lorraine fall. Then when we look at our tax table, Lorraine's annual salary is 247,800. Let's check. Now, it simply says that Lorraine's salary now falls under tax bracket number 2. Now, how do we calculate a tax of a person who falls under this bracket? Now we say we're calculating tax now. Based on this table, it says we take 29,808 plus, that's according to the table, plus 25, this is our 25%, this is 25%, and then they said plus 25% of the taxable income. What is the taxable income? Is Lorraine's income, that is annual salary. So here is Lorraine's annual salary minus this amount. So it simply means that now we have 29,808 plus 25% of Lorraine's salary minus this amount, which is 165,600. Now the following step, you must remember your BODMAS principle, guys. I still have to drop down this 29,808. And this positive, I need to drop it down so that I solve this now. So inside the bracket, when you have nothing in between a number or a value and a bracket, it simply means that you have a multiplication sign. Now, I have 247,800 minus 165,600. That gives me, let's check how much is, okay guys, we have 247,800 minus 165,600, that equals to 82,200. Then we multiply that by 25%, and that becomes 20,550. And then when you add 20,550 and 29,808, you end up with 50,358,000 per annum. Now let's go back to the question. The question said you use the above tax table to calculate, to work out her monthly tax. Now this is not a monthly tax, this becomes an annual tax. What we need to do now, we need to remember how old is Lorraine. Lorraine is 36 years old. And then when Lorraine is 36 years old, our tax rebate says if Lorraine is 36 years, her discount is 12,080 rands. Now this is minus 12,080 rands. That simply says that now Lorraine per annum will end up being taxed how much? 38,278. Now because the question said we must calculate monthly tax, it means we need to divide that amount, that is 38,278, by 12. Then we end up with monthly tax, Lorraine's monthly tax as 3,189 rand 83 cents. I repeat that when you divide Lorraine's annual salary, you end up with 3,189 rand 83 cents per month. Example number 2. Mr. Bongo, they say he is a retired 68-year-old man. He earns 263,000 per annum, that is per year, from all his investments. Remember, Mr. Bongo is a retired person. So he earns all this amount, which is 263,000 per annum from all his investments. Now the question says, we must calculate now Mr. Bongo's annual salary. I said you must remember, when we calculate tax based on a person's salary and based on a person's age. Now, step number 1 in this case, we go straight to tax bracket. because our salary is given as an annual salary. We don't need to multiply that by 12 because already it is given as an annual salary. So we go straight now to Mr. Bongo's tax bracket, and then Mr. Bongo's salary is 263,000. So when we look at our table, where is 263,000? It means is in tax bracket number 3. Now Mr. Bongo's salary falls under tax bracket number 3. And then how do we calculate a tax of a person who falls under that bracket? So it says we take 53,096, we add 30% of Mr. Bongo's salary minus this amount, which is 258,750. It's 53,096 rands plus 30% of Mr. Bongo's salary minus 258,750. Then same process follows. We take this amount minus this amount. After that, we multiply by 30%. You multiply this amount that you get from here by 30%, you end up with 1,275. And when you add 1,275 with 53,096, you end up with 54,371 rands per annum. Now, let's consider now the age of Mr. Bongo. We said Mr. Bongo is 68 years old. It means now, because of his age, he qualifies for the discount of 12,000, that is primary rebate, 12,080 rands, plus secondary rebate, that is his bracket, which is 6,750. When you add up these together, you end up with the discount of 18,830. Therefore, it simply means that now Mr. Bongo's tax will be 54,371 minus 18,830. Then Mr. Bongo end up paying 35,541 rands per annum. That's Mr. Bongo's tax per annum. Thank you very much. Thank you for now, guys. Until next time.